Welcome to Depression to Expression. My name is Scott, and I will be squinting throughout this whole video because I do not own a pair of sunglasses, and that is probably very stupid because eyes are sensitive things. Now, I'd like to talk to you today about anxiety. What I do to calm my anxiety. What you can do to calm your anxiety. And this has a lot to do with the future. Are you worried? Ooh, it just got dark. Oh, I'm opening my eyes a bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The breeze is coming through. What a beautiful day outside. Okay, now it's too dark. Can you guys see me or what? And I apologize, I'm still getting through this cold. Anxiety, thinking about the future. We always hear that if we're thinking about the past and we're sad about the past, that's depression. If we think about the future, that's anxiety. When we think a lot about the future, let me shit out a metaphor for you. We're talking about a tree. No person ever plants a tree and knows exactly where it's going to grow. Even if they're planting a tree farm, they plant them certain distance apart so they don't touch each other, so it's easy to clear cut, but they don't know how each branch is going to form, which way it's going to go. If you're planted between one or the other, which one's going to be taller because of light competition and everything. What branch is going to be thickest, which is going to be smallest, which one is going to have the most branches off of that branch, etc. We tend to do that if we're very anxious. We tend to try to complete our tree of life in one single moment. Because if you think a lot, you know that within 1 second, you can go from age 18 to age 85 in 1 second. You can think of your whole life and be worried about a million things in 1 second. The brain is so powerful. Now let's let it work for us, okay? So we don't plan out, or sorry, it's impossible to studying over my words, stuttering over my studying over my words, stuttering over my words. We can't predict where our life tree of life, is going to branch out, is going to go. All we can do is look at our tree every day, witness the change, water, fertilizer, the sun. What can we control? Can't control sunlight. Sometimes we can control water. It'll rain. Maybe we'll bring out the can. Where I live, water is very expensive. We don't tend to do that. We don't water our lawn and everything. All we can do is focus on the things we can control in the immediate present moment. This centers us, this grounds us, this brings us to today. You don't need to worry about branches up here when you're 40 or branches over here, down here when you're 22, graduating school. What's my job going to be? Well, if I get this job, then that'll lead me here. Okay, that means I'll have to relocate, and then I'm going to lose all these friends, so then that branch becomes this branch. Okay, maybe I'll get married. 3 kids, 2 kids? Okay, that wife, what if I get divorced? And then you can see how this can bring so much anxiety. And guys, believe me, it's easy to be anxious. It is so much easier to be anxious than to not be anxious. Because these are such natural thoughts. Humans don't like the unknown. We don't. We want to know things. That's completely understandable. So let me just tell you that it's very easy to be anxious, and this is very difficult to not be anxious, to not think of the future so much. But when we have all of these thoughts, and this is just the tip, when we have these thoughts, what can we do? We can focus on the things that we can control. So say to yourself, what can I control? Out of all these thoughts of the future, what can I do right now? What can I do right now that will benefit me in these future moments that I've thought of? To maybe follow that path, that one branch that I was thinking of, that's a positive branch. So I'm worried about that test I have next week. I'm really worried about it. What is one thing I can control? I can control how much I study. Therefore, I'm going to study. And that's it. Now, if you have a long list of these things, please write them down. Writing them down helps so much, guys. I cannot tell you enough how writing things down, how journaling helps so much, helps organize the mind. All right? The mind is not a grid system. It's not New York City. Shit's happening all over the place. Humans like things straight and neat and organized, okay? So write it down. That's the tip, okay? I know it's anxious, I know it's easy to be anxious, okay? I know that the future is so scary and there's so many possibilities, but don't try to build your tree of life without first planting, and do the things you can control first. Thanks for watching.